of Erangel also did manage to accumulate quite a lot of points. But again, we have to talk about this circle, which is kind of a little bit hybrid this time. Has a little bit of that northern part also going in, but a little bit similar at the same time, where you have those potential chances of this circle ending somewhere around that ruins area. And Magnus are really quick to understand the gravity of the situation, have made quick rotations out from Pachinki already.
I mean, speak of making quick rotations, yeah, as you said, they have made a quick rotation outside Pachinki. But even now, Godlike Stalwart, they are making quite a late one right behind the players of Regicide. Now, they can definitely be following their tracks, but Regicide has gotten a little bit of lead. Another thing that I've noticed inside the game was even Quantum Rage dropped down to just a two-man squad. Now, you said Quantum Rage has been one of the most consistent teams in the lobbies, of course, PMPL Pakistan, but over here, we're not seeing any sort of replication of that.
I mean, not yet. In my defense is all I can say. They have been consistent in terms at least they've been consistent, not the way we wanted all the Pakistani fans over here, but it's going to be such an arduous task, right? Especially when you are ego drop clashing against one of the best teams inside the region, that's Skylight Gaming. And kind of puts you in a position where your rotations might get messed up, because right from the moment you drop, you know there's a threat looming right over your heads. And it is something already to deal with. And then again, it's the pressure, because, you know, for Quantum Rage, I think it's their first time playing the SA Championships. You know, it is the big leagues that they have come into. And, you know, the stakes are higher. So hence the pressure. I mean, when you're talking about teams like I8 crumbling, then Quantum Rage, I mean, we can cut them some slack.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we can give them a little bit of breathing room here, because there are definitely going to be quite a lot of jitters. And as you said, yeah, perfectly brought up. I8, even they themselves, they are being quite indecisive. And for a team like IA to be indecisive inside the lobby, that speaks volumes about the teams that have came in from the PMPL South Asia fall split, right? Because with the way this competition have been evolving, even the players of DEW, man, a pack of rookies that just showed inside the lobby, completely unknown, they were just dominating with their minds away. The firepower this team has is incredible. And they were the kryptonites of Godlike Stalwart for a long time.
And, you know, I think that is exactly what they needed, right? To kind of give them that boost, that adrenaline coursing through their veins. I mean, if they can take on Godlike Stalwart, I mean, who are the other teams? I mean, rookies, you call us?
Yeah.
And, they've proven everybody wrong every single time. I mean, the Cinderella story that they're on, we love it. We always love to see these underdogs just come in and surprise everybody. I would love to see them, you know, partake in the PMGC this time around, but that's still a long way to go. But the way DE Warriors are playing, they're definitely on the right path. All they have to do is stay top 3 by the end of this tournament, and will have themselves a ticket for the global championships. But right now, taking a look at the circle, takes a little bit of a shift towards that northeastern area, a position where High Voltage are going to be really happy and proud of, but Regicide are going to be knocking at their doors, and that is something that they really need to anticipate, and seems like they have snuffed them out. And what was Praveen doing? Was that a misfire?
He thought maybe it's penetrable or something.
It's intentional. He's just trying to lure the players of T20 Regicide, or maybe just trying to, you know, shush them away, just stay away from my territory.
I guess, yeah, I think so. That can definitely be one of those things too, yeah. Jokes aside, yeah, I think so that will definitely be the intention over here, that this place is already taken. Now, he knows when this is a sort of a circle, the place that they have right now, of course, the Rozhok High Ground, will be quite likely by a lot of teams. So you really do not want anyone to come close to that one. And High Voltage so far holding it pretty well too. Now, look at the split the players of High Voltage have too, right? 2 players inside Water City, 2 players inside Rozhok. That's a big split, that's for sure. And even if that high ground gets contested by a complete 4-man squad, it's going to be so tough to react from the side of High Voltage. What do you think of this split, though? I'm having a lot of questions right now.
You know, even I'm, you know, trying to figure out what's going to happen, because, you know, I think one good thing that I can really process from around here is that they have their eggs in a single basket, right? They somehow are kind of anticipating the circle to shift down south. Because ideally, if you would want to go for a 2-2 split at this point, you would want to have 2 of your players kind of stationed a bit up north around the other side. So when the circle kind of shifts over there, you do have somebody providing cover fire to you. But I think High Voltage, they are really confident in their endeavors. But Regicide trying to just get in, but now with bated breath, we just wait for the next circle to appear in front of us, and it is gonna take a shift all the way towards that eastern side. So teams like Skylights Gaming are really gonna enjoy themselves. Now, like Stalwart in the meanwhile also really have a good chance at this one, because stationed at the apartments, now they've got a lot of room to play around with. But if they are a little bit complacent, if they're unaware of what Team Magnus is up to, they might have a run for their money right now.
I mean, the circle has screwed up the majority of the teams inside lobby, that's for sure. Even DUW, they're all the way down south near Pachinki. Now they'll need to try and make it inside the circle. Now a brilliant rotation is the only way they can decide to save themselves for another day. Elementrix 2 all the way on the offskirts. For teams that have still, or that are still not even close to the circle, at this point in time, making it inside the circle, it's going to be really tough, maybe even next to impossible, because the majority of the circle is already being accumulated, and of course, the borders of the circle are already being covered. So there are going to be quite a lot of Guardian Angels, but there's a fight going on as Maptex, they have managed to find 2 players of Regicide, and both of them just crumble down. Regicide, they fall down like nothing. Maptex, they're making it look so easy. And Regicide, even the third man goes down. It's all down to that one last man alive. Nocto will not survive anymore. He is taken down as well. And Regicide, they just crack under a lot of pressure.
Just fell down like flies out there. I mean, this is one of those areas where Maptex also have understood, you know, they're better off fending off attacks than being the aggressors, right? Even in the Sanhok game, we did see the moment IA decided to charge and press in on them, they were the ones who did come out swinging and won that fight. And at the same time, in this particular battle as well, Regicide did not have a lot of information maybe, and acted, you know, desperately, and had to pay a hefty price for that. As I8, it's going to be such a tough time, especially when you've got T2K right in front of you, and then you've got the players of I8C right on your tails, as Magnus decided to push in around that Hell region, where Quantum Rage are well stationed. 2 of their players just fending off the players of Team Magnus, as now, you know, it all comes down to where the circle shifts next. If it's going to be an even one, Skylights Gaming, they're going to be in prime position to dominate in this game. If it goes a little bit down south, this could be Godlike Stalwart or maybe Maptex written all over it. But if it goes towards the northwest, then T2K, this could be their time to shine.
The chances of it going northwest are definitely going to be quite slim, though, because, again, I mean, hey, I cannot, honestly, at this point in time, you can never say anything. The circle has been quite interesting this time, right? And, yeah, there has been a lot of times where the circle has shifted against the odds, and there is a possibility, that's for sure, that it might just shift on the top left too, but we are just waiting for the next circle to pop up soon enough, and it will be. But right now, speaking of the teams that are currently in quite a decent spot, has to be I8. I mean, right now they're doing pretty okay, and even for them to make a rotation inside, they can definitely decide to take the water lines, but only if the circle takes a big shift away from them, things can be completely different.
You know, Pika, he's just doing wonders. You know, while you were speaking, I was just taking a quick gander at the map feed, and he instantly goes in and takes over the forest area. And now they're in such good control over the circle as Action. He's just going to deal with the players of Elementrix. A little bit of a showdown from the previous game this time. However, in those early stages of the matchup, as Elementrix, having lost out on one of their players, and Godlike Stalwart seem to have spotted out the players of DE Warriors, and that's going to be really concerning. But for Godlike Stalwart, the only thing that kind of bothers me is that huge split, right? Pika, he's all by his lonesome. He needs some coverage. He needs some players to come to his position. Oh, indeed. Never mind. He's just, in fact, rather, you know, just come back to his teammates. But what he did just previously was impeccable. I mean, just a solo player going in through all those teams and picking up such a beautiful spot. And then they realize it's better to have a concrete cover. And I think Godlike Stalwart have learned from their mistakes. I mean, better stick together and better fight together than have those splits and get picked off one after the other.
Still a Giga Chat rotation, though. Gotta agree with that.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Just because the circle now shifted down south, of course, some of the teams, the sort of game plan they decided to plan out inside this one has not really worked out. The circle is definitely not being friends with the majority of the teams, but some teams have found themselves quite a decent home in that one. Quantum Rage, with only a 2-man squad, they have found themselves right in the smack center and quite a decent spot too. Now, all they need to do is keep their position anonymous, but if there is a threat closing up, then they should not back away from a fight, because that's the only way they can decide to shook it away. As we have the players of I8 just mowing down the field in the front against the players of I8. And that's not a position you want to be in. They don't really have a lot of areas they can try and move around. They're sort of just trapped in that spot. I8, even they themselves need to make it inside the circle, so they cannot keep on taking this fight anymore because they will just be wasting the time. So that's what they exactly do. I8 now on a rotation to make it in, but the players of I8 are guarding this bridge.
Yep, and Godless, he's going to make those godly moves along with Demo, and really can't understand the intention in trying to do so. They're really banking upon the fact that Icy and Alex, they're going to pick a few knocks from around here, but Demo, he's playing with fire. Does he walk away with murder? Have I8 heard him? And indeed, they have. Uzan just